Okay guys, welcome back to my channel, and we are going to get started here with this awesome hero. So yeah, last time we did this, we did a navigation, and I'm excited to jump back in it and do a hero. I need to get this template out, so let's go. Let's get it. Alright, really quickly, let's make this a shorter video than last time because I rambled way too much. Okay? Alright, so last time I said I was going to get the colors, so that's what I'm going to do here. So this is what I usually do is this, I create 4 blocks and I just label it colors. And so I got this green because if you notice, they're all green. I like this green the best. I kind of like went to adobecolors.com and you can kind of generate your own color palette there that way. You can reference images, do whatever you need to do. So I came up with this. Yeah, so we got the green, the darker green. I'm not even gonna use all of these, just a little palette. And maybe, just maybe this brown. Definitely, probably not gonna, and then I usually do neutrals. So I'll do some neutrals really quick. Copy this, drag it up here, label this one neutrals. And then I'll just kind of play around with, this is gonna be a template. So I mean, really, this is just to show it off. So I'll go black. So I'll keep it with this green, right? And then I'll just drop it down into the black. So it's still got that greenish black hue to it. So we got around there, kind of like that. You kind of just want to do what you feel is good. So, and then we'll add this. We'll call it dark. Do another one. See here. All right. Do another one here. I'll like to stick to this green as well, and drop it down a little bit lower. Kind of like. And this one's going to be a little bit grayish, so it's going to be a little gray right there. That's sweet spot. So you just want to play around with it. So here we go with yellow, a little lighter. This is how I do it personally. So I just stick with the brand colors that I have and then just play around with the whites and grays and neutrals. So then we got all white. So there's our neutrals. Nooch. Let me name this one neutral light, and this one just gray. These are creating variables. You want to do styles, so you click on style right here. Just do gray, so you can change them. Let me do this for this one as well. Style, neutral, light. This one I gotta do, make it a style as well. Right there. This one I called it dark, right? Yeah, dark. Dark cry. All right, there. This one has to be. I gotta do this one really quick. This is white. Essentially, you kind of want to have a white color in there because you always want to create some white space. So we got white. All right, we got them all. Come back to your desktop here, and I'm going to press Shift G, which creates the grid again. Zoom in to the canvas, and actually I'm going to look at some inspo here. So I kind of like this. See how I like this hero? It's super old school, super basic, but I'm going to do that one first. It looks like this kind of too. So and they all, my 3 favorite sites here, these are the highest converting ones, like I said in the last video. So these 3 all have a theme here. They have an image and they have text over it with a CTA. So let me get the image off Unsplash, or alternatively, you could come in and this little thing here will have plugins, and search for Unsplash and plugins, and it'll pull up Unsplash right here in Figma, and then you can type in whatever you're looking for. So I'm going to be looking for lawns. So I do lawns. Yeah, lawns. Look at this. Cool. So you used to be able to get these really good ones for free, and now they're all like Unsplash Plus, Unsplash Plus Plus, Black Mirror style. So now you kind of just got slim pickings, but let's look for a lawn, something cool, something that I haven't used already. Let's go with, yeah, this is gonna be difficult. I want something with a home in it, What should I do here? I don't see anything there. Like, yo, should I go AI? Yo, chat, should I go AI? Hold on, I'm about to go AI. Let me stop the vid real quick. I'm gonna go AI. Okay, so I just asked AI to give me a hero. So let's see what it does. I'm starting to not like Unsplash and all the other stuff for free, so this is what you guys get. You guys are gonna get us generating placeholder images from the chat bot, to put on our websites. So let's see what it cooks up. So I kind of asked it briefly, can you create me a hero image of a beautiful lawn that is freshly mowed? Think of something that will be used in a hero image that will convert well and convey the message of being the best lawn and landscaper. Oh, okay. I don't really like it. It looks AI. It looks very AI, but I'm gonna ask it one more time to include some houses. Can you include a house? Can you include a house in this image? I mean, it's alright. I can probably use it. I can get away with it. I can squeeze it, but this is gonna be kind of like a residential thing. So I want to make sure there's at least a home in it, you know? Y'all feel me? I'm talking about, as we say. So if you guys are new to the channel, I kind of want to go a different way and direction in doing a tutorial. I want to do it my way, the way we talk down here in Texas, the way we talk in Houston particularly. Actually, Austin, that's where I'm from, but you know, same thing, Central Texas slang. So I want to kind of make it, you know, everybody learns it a certain way. So I want to do something different than normally other people are doing. Okay, this one looks cushy. So what I'm gonna do here, fellas and ladies, is I'm gonna grab it, I'm gonna save it, and I'm gonna put it in my Figma file. All right. Okay. Back in the beautiful world of Figma, I'm going to press R and rectangle, which means rectangle, and do it. I typically would do so however you want the hero to be, and the sweet sexy spot is 600 pixels high in width. I think for the actual, when I do the actual web development site of it, I'm going to do it full 100% height. So this is just kind of just like a placeholder for now. All right, so click on the rectangle over here where it says fill, click that, click on image, click on upload from computer, or drag it in. So I should just drag it in since I don't know where I saved it. Actually, okay, so, or you can just drag it in. So Lone Star Studio, that's what I'm doing here, and I'm going to drag it into there. There we go. I mean, look at that. Kind of cutting off the lawn there. I asked for a 16 by 9. I think AI or Chat GPT gave me, I don't even know what it did, like 17, 18 by 8 or something. It looks weird. If this is the case, you can go up here to crop, and kind of drag it however you want it. So we're gonna do it like this. Okay. All right, let me crop it one more time. Stretch it. What? All right. Okay, so it's cropped. It looks pretty decent. Looks pretty good. Pretty decent. I would use this. So we're going to highlight the rectangle with the fill in it. I'm gonna name it, so down here where my face is at, right here in this region, we're gonna name this hero image. What is this? Okay, screw you. You can do one of two things. One, you could go over here to where it says fill, click on the plus sign right here, which will automatically put an overlay, and you could do it however dark you want. So I think that's what I normally do, or otherwise you can just create another rectangle and put it over it, but I like having it all in the same layer because then when you export it, you're all good to go. So it's black right now, but I'm gonna make it a little, I'm gonna give it this greenish hue here. Actually, yeah, I'll just do this greenish hue, and we'll drop the opacity down to 45, but we're gonna keep it a little dark. I like to use the rules of fours. Again, I'm going to go with 54. It's still an odd number, but I mean, it's just looking good for me. Here we go. Okay, so actually, I want the nav bar to be over the image. So let's do this. Get the nav bar over the image there, over here on the left, kind of like Photoshop on layers. You bring the navigation over the image, the hero. So there's that. And then ultimately what I'm going to do too is I'm going to make it this kind of like glass feel to it. All throughout Framer, all the templates look like this. So I think this gives us the best chance to get submitted onto their market. So we'll go down here to effects, click on background blur. There's a new feature. I will talk about this in a short, but progressive. Whew, so good. But we're gonna leave it at uniform right now. And I like 3, it's kind of soft. So we'll go 3. You can't see it right now, but you'll see it on the main site. But we're gonna give it that blur just for the heck of it. So then we're gonna have to actually change the navigation here. We can come over here and click the nav inner and the nav links themselves, highlight nav links, and I'm going to go where it says selection colors over here. You can change that to white or whatever other color. Look at that. Now we're changing all of them. So I still need to get a logo, but we're going to leave this right now for the hero. Press T on your keyboard, bring up texts, and we're going to do some text. For right now, I'm doing some of this. Take it off of this. Fonts for my templates are always going to be Satoshi or Enter, because these will give you the best chance at just highlighting what it is. These are just my preferred ones. The designers that I like to get inspo from on Framer also use these fonts. They use Enter mostly, but I use Satoshi. So we're gonna go with that. 64 is decent. All right, I'm gonna ask the chatbot again for this project. Can you please write me up some hero content for this fictional service website? Can you please write me up some hero content for this fictional? I'm gonna probably redo it and do some copy again in the next video and show it off, because this is not a chatbot thing, but this is a tiny little example, because I want to actually get it more perfect than this. But this is, like I said, this is just a template. This works. So this is the hero heading. It usually always comes up with something nice. So here we go. Hero heading. You can come over here to alignment and press center alignment, and it'll center it. But we're going to do something even cooler in a second. You might see some that have a subheading. This one doesn't. This one kind of does. And then this one does too. This one has a subheading, and then this one does not, but it has this little tag here. So I'm gonna do one. Press T again, Control V from ChatGPT, and then we're gonna drop this one down to 24, because this is gonna be like a subheading. So subheading, put it in the middle. All right, grab these two. So grab the heading and the subheading, right? Remember our last step, our shortcut, Shift A, and we're gonna get, guess what? Flexbox, and over here in the gap, that's going to be 10. I like 10. Nah, we're gonna do 24. I always do 24. I gotta stop. But anyway, we're doing 24. And then if we kind of back off a little bit here, we can drop this into the grid. So like I'm gonna do it right like this in the first column there. Kind of looks good. Maybe closer actually. So we're gonna do it within the first 2 columns. So it breaks. So you can see that this needs a little bit some editing here on the line break. So let's do 36. No, that looks goofy. 44 is kind of good, not for Satoshi. So let's do 64. 64, 70, 70. See how that's the sweet spot? Let me zoom in for y'all. That looks good. Come down to this text and press center. Spacing on this one kind of looks decent. All right, so it kind of looks good, kind of doesn't. Something seems off. Something seems a little off. I'm gonna drop the weight here. All right, so you want this one so you want to keep the visual hierarchy when doing this stuff. So we're gonna drop it to regular, and we're gonna drop it a little bit less to give it visual hierarchy, so it looks a little bit better. And I'm also going to change this to gray text. So we're gonna do white at 60%, 80%. White at 80%. So now it gives it this gray hue. Let me zoom in. So now you can see a way better visual hierarchy. It's looking better, looking fresh. So this one has a CTA. This one is missing a CTA. This one has it front and center. So I like to have 2 CTAs, but you want to make it to where they don't click too much and they're not too confused. So we're gonna do 2 CTAs here. So check it out. Remember what we did here. We're gonna grab our assets. We're going to grab all the libraries. The library for this file. We're gonna grab our primary button, drag it onto the folder here. Hold down Option on the keyboard if you're using a Mac, and drag it off to the right there. And check this out. So we're gonna zoom in over here. Come to the primary button. This is the primary component. We're going to actually create, there's a little plus icon over here, and it says this is how you do like a variant. So this is how you create, you're using the same component, but you're creating a different version of it. So in this particular case, I want to do another button, but I want it to be outlined. So we're going to make the fill 0, which is transparent. The stroke, we're going to add a stroke to it. So we're going to add a stroke dark 2. We'll do 2. It always starts off inside but I want it to be outside. Stroke's gonna be outside. Okay, we're actually not gonna make it dark. We're gonna make it white. There we go. So you see, now we got the same, we still have one component for buttons, but we have a different variant of it, which is this awesome one here. So we go to this one, right? Click it, and then over here in this side of the panel, we're going to click not default, but variant 2. I should name them, should I? So I'll go back to the variant. I'm gonna name it something cool like outline. BTN outline. Boom. So right here, now it's called BTN outline, so button outline. And then we're gonna grab this one and this one, Shift A. We're going to do 24 gap to make it even again. So now we have 2 buttons, but if you come closer here, you're gonna see they don't look even. Something's off, right? So I added a stroke. So I gotta go back to the primary button up here. I'm gonna add a stroke. So this is why people have strokes here. Get it? Okay, 2. I think I did 2, right? And I did outside, and the color is going to be dark. Perfect. Ooh, you know what? The color is black. This is before I had a color palette. So we're gonna go over here and change the fill to black, or to dark. So now it matches. It's eerily close to the background. Okay, so as you can see now, whoa, now they're actually perfectly aligned and they're perfectly the same size. So one's gonna say get estimate as usual, and this one's gonna say book or schedule an appointment. Pretty dope, huh? Pretty dope. All right, our hero looks pretty decent. This is just a basic hero. This is just for Figma. I'm gonna add animations when they get to it. But if you look here at these other heroes, I'm trying to make it look like this one. This is probably my favorite site. It's super simple, so I want to make it this one. I don't like the spacing here, but I want to make it like that. So we're gonna do this for now, and then we're gonna do some other aspects here. So we're gonna go back to this navigation and change this to white 10% instead of dark. So now we got that faint little line here. So there you go, and that's how you do it. A hero. It kind of looks like this. I might toss some stuff in maybe after, but this is what I kind of like for now. I mean, look at this AI generated background. You know what you're getting. You know, you get a perfect heading, you get a perfect subheading, you get 2 CTAs to make it not confusing for the user. So this is a really high converting one, and this is going to be just a super basic template, because I guarantee you this one's going to be chosen a lot by people instead of having those crazy ones. So all right, hope you guys learned something. If you did, please give me a like. My first video got some likes. My other ones have not gotten so much, but I'm gonna always keep showing up. Hopefully there's some value out of this, and hopefully once the final product's done, we can come back to these videos and check them out. So thanks for sticking with me. Let's go.